Whatever.
Hi Playmates! Hope all of you are doing well. Today I wanted to tie in with my last video regarding the new Unleash Potential and Shell and show you what I did with my heroes and plan on doing moving forward. Especially now that Shell is essentially going to be a free banner pool. It looks like another Leopard episode happened. So those who are affected will get some kind of refund and the banner time has been extended. So hopefully this video will give you a little bit of an idea if you're still on the fence about getting her or not. So let's talk about Shell first. It seems like a lot of players like her as an Iris alternative to nullifying barriers, but for me, it's really her third skill Curtain Call that shines, which is the increased attack, mana increase, status immunity, and best of all, turn reset per round. I mean, this is really huge for my playstyle. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I prefer to have fast bang bang comps with high damage units with supports. That's why you'll often never see defensive types like Garf or Igloom in my teams. Also, the fact that I don't have their pretty shiny fake cores is a major factor. But like even my eye candy Rodriguez, my FC Valère, or FC Barnabas has also really been just that. Really pretty things to look at, but not really to play with. And I've also posted my love for Xeon and Raquel and Jin with their turn reset. So having a little support unit that can do that for any unit has been like a beyond dream come true. So the reset turn goes per round. A round, if you're unfamiliar, is shown at the bottom of the PvP screen. So Shell is actually able to give another turn to a hero that's gone before her or is going after her, as long as it's within that round. I tested this with this comp here with Iris, Shell, Jin, Janai, and Dorka. Dorka or Jin with the higher attack speed goes first, so when Shell resets their turn, they get another turn. Janai, on the other hand, falls into the round after Shell, so essentially when Shell uses her third skill on Janai, Janai gets 2 turns back to back. Here's a quick preview on that. Janai, as you can see, is next in line. Shell uses her Curtain Call, which is a pretty cool animation by the way. I just wish she didn't cover her face so much. After her turn, voila! And Janai now gets another turn, back to back. There she goes. Same thing happens even when a hero already took a turn. So for example here, Jin already took a turn, as you can see. But now Shell manipulates him with her Curtain Call, his cute little plump body, and now he has to go back and hack and slash and unleash it all over again. So with this in mind and what she can do, I know for a fact that she's going to make it as a regular on one of my tag teams. This leads me to the new Unleash Potential and where I'm going to be putting my orbs into. Again, what I'm about to say is really based on my playing style, so please take this with a little grain of salt. By the way, you can actually get these orbs to Hwan's old store. That green-haired man is really bringing in the goods now. In general, you can think of Unleash Potential skill boosts like this. Support types for their attack line get additional 12% of own maximum health damage when the attack hits. And defense, they get status effect immunity 1 time to self and can't be stacked. And for the stamina line, they get reduced damage against all allies by 30% and also can't be stacked. For damage units in the attack line, they affect the target with bind for 2 turns when the attack hits. On the defense line, affects the target with bind for 3 turns when the attack hits. And in the stamina line, they deal an additional 1000 piercing damage when attacking the enemy. For defensive hero types, on their attack line, they increase their own defense by 5 turns by 10% of their defense. In the defense line, they deal an additional 75% of own defense when the attack hits. And for stamina, they reduce all allies' damage by 15%, which also can't be stacked. So defense actually comes into pretty big play here for our defensive heroes. So as I mentioned before, I don't really play with defensive heroes, so I'm going to prioritize support heroes and damage heroes. At this point, the damage reduction seems more appealing since I typically have 4 damage heroes and only 1 support that often don't have any heals, meaning that overall I need more passive support for survivability in case I'm against, teams that are really beefy. 3 teams means that I need 3 supports. Iris is a given, and being that I have her geared and everything, I did go ahead and fully unleash her potential with the stamina line, using all 20 orbs to get the 30% reduction for my main team. Seeing that Shell is an excellent support for my playing style with her skill reset, she'll be my main support for my second team, meaning that she'll eventually get her 30% barrier next with the next 20 orbs. Now comes the hard part. Third team. My current picks are Anastasia, Lepin, Talia, or Ledger. Talia and Ledger are kind of a hit or miss as they don't currently have fake cores. Well, I guess Ledger has an orange one, but that doesn't really count. So they're all kind of on the sideline and a watch. Anastasia and Lepin are both great choices as Anastasia has the first Guardian Barrier and great damage, whereas Lepin has the revive, healing, and the reset turn for allies, although it is random. In general though, I think I'll go for Anastasia first, then Lepin as Anastasia has a better chance of survival in general, especially with the extra stat boost that she'll gain along the way on the stamina line. And saying that it takes about 20 orbs per line, per hero, it's gonna be a lot of time before I, have enough to get to them anyway. So I still have some time to think about it. And when all the support heroes are done and I have some orbs left to be used, I think what I'll end up doing is spreading out the orbs between all the damage dealers, between the attack and HP boost, leaving the CP for a little bit later. So now that I have Shell and my Unleash Potential kind of plan in place, I'm thinking my new tag team will be like this. So my first team is probably going to remain the same. It's pretty decent, I think. It's been one that I've been working on quite a while. FC Iris, FC Bathory, FC Rara, Dorka, and FC Annie. Second team I want to try out is FC Shell, FC Chennai, FC Jin, FC Baraka, and FC Xian. Theory is I'll be able to stack reset turns with the setup with Shell for multiple back-to-back attacks. Can you imagine if that actually gets pulled off? You attack, you kill, turn resets, then Shell resets, and then you kill again. That's 4 moves in a back-to-back? In theory, that's gonna be pretty crazy. Third team will be Shufrakin. He's the only defensive type that I'll use to stack with Valentina, FC Valentina, FC Anastasia, FC Bernadette, and FC Lepin. Now, I may switch out Shufrakin and Valentina combo with Schmid and Awaken Xian for some fire damage, as I think most heroes are using a lot of red armor right now, red Guardian Stone armor, once I get Schmid as he's my soul bound for this month. So, what do you think? If you haven't gotten Shell, consider getting her. Even without the refund, I think she's really worth pulling for. Have you changed up any of your teams for the new hero? Let me know below. And if you like random gaming content, please consider leaving a like, a comment that I can reply to, or subscribing to the channel. I post every Wednesday and weekend. And also, if you have a moment, take a peek at my blog at PlayWhatever.com too. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, Playmates. Stay safe and take care.